Tyson. Anyway, in July, in the July edition of the award-winning Boxing Monthly, my next guest was voted joint top prospect in British boxing of fighters that have had 15 or less fights. Okay, he's had 8. Okay, won 8 and stopped or knocked out 16 of them. He's with Brendan Ingle up in Sheffield, and he's promoted by the Hattons across in Manchester. And well, he's about 6'7" or 6'8", no doubt he'll correct me. He's about 17 or 18 stone, no doubt he'll correct me. But could I just welcome to the show now, for the first time on this show, Richard Towers. How are you, Richard?
Hi, Steve. You alright? I'm alright, thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm absolutely fantastic. Well, I've had Tyson Fury on, and he was quite calm and collected. He said, I'm going to make sure I do it against John McDermott, and he's generally a bit of a loud talker. Then I had Derek Del Boy Chisora on, he was very relaxed, he was, and he wasn't even bad-mouthing people. Now, you're not a bad-mouther, are you, Richard, either?
No, I think it's important to have a mutual respect in this game. We're all professionals, we've all got a job to do, we've all got a purpose. And I think the main purpose is to provide, and we're all doing a pretty good job. So why not have a mutual level of respect, you know?
Yeah, I'm all for that. Especially, I don't know about you, Richard, but I sort of, so much of the sort of animosity and the anger that you see sometimes at weigh-ins and press conferences, it just seems so fake sometimes to me. Over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, well, it all builds interest, so it's how you look at it. If you take offence to a lot of things what I said, then obviously it's going to affect you in a different way. But if you look at it for what it is, it's probably just bravado.
Yeah, of course.
The important part of boxing is not the talk, not how somebody looks, not all the things on the outside. It's what you do in the ring.
Yeah, is that absolutely what you do in the ring. Now, Richard, you've been with Brendan for a couple of years now.
3 years now.
3 years, and he's turned 70 just the other day, didn't he, Brendan? Did you get a cake for him or anything?
He did, yeah. But he's you know, the saying where they say you're as old as you feel. Yeah. I think Brendan, you know, we could consider him 25 years old because he's non-stop every day. You know, he phones me, "Are you busy?" "No, Bren, I'm not busy." He has me picking rubbish up, going around place, you know, gardening,
in his gym,
up people. All over Winkelbank where we live.
I mean, well, let me tell you something about Brendan, Richard. Now, I've known Brendan a lot of years, probably 20 years. And if you go on, and let's hope you do, and you make 20 million, right, and you're still training in that gym, listen, I'm telling you the truth, or whether you go on and just win a British title, I am telling you now, stand by me, he will still make you go out and pick up rubbish. Because the only way you won't have to go out and pick out rubbish, even if you're a multi-millionaire, is if you've left him. Trust me, I'm not kidding.
You're speaking from experience.
I am telling you the truth.
I know for a fact you're telling the truth because his compliment is an absolute diamond, Brendan. Yeah. You know, he's for probably the money he's accumulated over the years through with all his boxers, all his champions, all the success stories. He's had a lot of headaches, but Brendan is still Brendan. Yeah. He's still on top form, and he don't let anything get him down. He's like I say, he's up and about. He's one of his sayings is there's not enough hours in the day.
No, that's the truth. He's always worked lots of hours. Now, you haven't boxed since May, Richard. When are you out? And what's the plan for you this year? 4 or 5 fights, or, you know, keeping busy on the Hatton shows?
Well, basically, we've training stepped up now. You know, it's championship training to the core. And I'm really I just love what I'm doing. I never thought I'd find something that I absolutely love 100% through and through, and get paid for it. Yeah. I absolutely love what I'm doing. Training's going brilliantly. They tell me to fight. I get in that ring and I do my 150% wholehearted best, and that's all I can do. You know, knock out the people what are in front of me, and that's what I plan to do. I'm putting in the groundwork, and they say fights are won in the gym, and if that's true.
They're lost in the gym as well if you cut corners.
Well,
it's all in the gym, brother, trust me.
Definitely. Well, one of Brendan's sayings is he tends to drill things into you, Bren. And one of his sayings I remember quite clearly from I first walked in the gym was, if you want to succeed at this game, there's no cutting corners.
No, there's no shortcuts.
And I understood it from the first moment he said it, but as time's gone on and I've learned certain things about people what have cut corners, I'm not going to mention no names, but You see the results.
Yeah,
see the results.
Hey, listen, I'll mention the names. Naz, he cut so many corners. Naz's world was round. There were no corners in his world, Richard. That's the truth. Listen, Richard, it's been a pleasure talking to you. You've done very well tonight, and it's been great having you on.
Absolute pleasure, Steve. Thanks a lot.
No, listen, and we'll speak to you very soon, and we'll watch your career here, because even though you're from Sheffield with Brendan, and we're on BBC London, but although we are nationwide, you can listen online. You can go BBC iPlayer and download this from about midnight tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Richard Towers, when he was an amateur, he was known as Richard Howes. Interesting backstory to that kid. Wasn't going to bury it in 3 or 4 minutes. One day, in a year's time, I'll get him in the studio and we'll go through his history. It is quite fantastic.